Hi friends, this is Miss Sara from the Milwaukee Letting Library. I'm so glad you came here to join me today. We're going to do a story time about silly animals. This is one of my very favorite things to do story time about. So what's your favorite silly animal? Oh, those are super silly. This first song is about one of my favorite silly animals. I'll give you a hint. It lives in the ocean. Jellyfish are silly. Yeah, that's true. What else is silly and lives in the ocean? Whales can be super silly. So can dolphins. The one I'm thinking of has really big tusks. Like this. Tusks are kind of like really big teeth and go down like that out of its mouth. Can you think of any animals like that? A walrus. That's right. And this walrus is going to be doing some laundry. Do walruses normally do laundry? No, but this is a silly walrus. So it's going to be doing some laundry. So our laundry is going to go swish, swish, swish. And then our laundry is going to go shake, shake, shake. And then our laundry is going to go spin, spin, spin. Can you help this walrus do his laundry? Oh, thank you so much. Okay, here we go. Oh, the walrus washes his winter coat down by the wavy ocean. He adds some water and he adds some soap. Then he waits and he waits and he waits. The laundry goes swish, swish, swish. The laundry goes swish, swish, swish. The laundry goes swish, swish, swish until it's clean. The laundry goes swish, swish, swish. The laundry goes swish, swish, swish. The laundry goes swish, swish, swish until it's clean. Whew, that's hard to say swish so many times in a row. Let's help that walrus again. Oh, the walrus washes his winter coat down by the wavy ocean. He adds some water and he adds some soap. Then he waits and he waits and he waits. The laundry shakes, shakes, shakes. The laundry shakes, shakes, shakes. The laundry shakes, shakes, shakes until it's clean. The laundry shakes, shakes, shakes. The laundry shakes, shakes, shakes. The laundry shakes, shakes, shakes until it's clean. Oh, the walrus washes his winter coat down by the wavy ocean. He adds some water and he adds some soap. Then he waits and he waits and he waits. You ready to spin? The laundry spins, spins, spins. The laundry spins, spins, spins. The laundry spins, spins, spins until it's clean. The laundry spins, spins, spins. The laundry spins, spins, spins. The laundry spins, spins, spins until it's clean. Yay! Thank you for helping that walrus do his laundry. That was such a big help. All right, let's go do a book now.
Here's a book that's definitely going to have some silly animals in it. What kind of silly animals do you think will be in this book? Goats! That's right. This book is called Let's Count Goats. I see some goats on the cover. Should we practice counting goats? Let's do it. I see 1 goat in an airplane. 2. This one's waving a flag. 3. This one's cheering. Yay! This one's playing a trumpet. That's number 4. And number 5 is a little tiny goat. That goat looks a little bit scared or maybe surprised. That's 5 goats. Good job. I think you're ready to count goats. Let's count goats. Words by Mem Fox. That means she wrote the book. And Goats by Jan Thomas. That means that she drew all the goats and probably everything else too. Oh no, there's a goat eating the title. That goat is eating the G in goats. Goats will eat just about anything. Let's see what else the goats are eating in this book. Here we see a mountain goat frisking in the sun. Mountain goats are a real kind of goat, aren't they? And here we see a city goat going for a run. Are city goats real? I don't think so. At least not the kind dressed up in suits like that. But can we count the seaside goats? I think there's only one. Let's check how many goats are on the page. One. Yep, that's all the goats I see. What's that goat up to? Eating an umbrella? I told you those goats would eat just about anything. It's eating a red umbrella, and it looks like it already got to a yellow and an orange umbrella. That duck doesn't look very happy about it. Sorry, duck. Here we see a drinking goat, and here is a goat eating. Is the goat eating food? No, it's eating a table. Silly goat. But can we count the little goats, lost and loudly bleating? That's the sound that goats make. They go bleat, bleat. These poor lost goats. They're looking at a map, but they don't know where they're going. Let's count them. 1, 2 little lost goats. Here we see an airport goat looking for her cases. But can we count the pilot goats with goggles on their faces? I bet we can. Let's give it a try. 1 flying an airplane. Vroom. 2 goats flying airplanes. Vroom. 3 goats. Is this third goat flying the airplane? No, it's standing at the back of the airplane eating the tail. Bad idea, goat. Here we see a show-off goat playing on the bars. Woo! That goat fell off the monkey bars. Looks like the duck is not impressed with the show-off goat. But can we count the rowdy goats careering round in cars? Can we? Yeah. 1 goat in a red car. 2 goats in a green car. 3 goats in a yellow car. And 4 goats in a blue car. That one's upside down. Here we see an over goat. That goat is riding its bike over the bridge. And this one's going, what's the opposite of over? Under. This one's going under. But can we count the crossing goats, terrified of thunder? Boom! Ah! Those goats are rowing really fast to get across the river and away from the thunder. Can you row with them? Back and forth. Row, 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 row. Let's count them. 1. This one's hiding. It's scared. 2. 3. The middle goat is rowing really fast. 4. 5 goats crossing the river. Here we see a sandpit goat playing with his toys. What kinds of toys does the sandpit goat have? A truck, a shovel, something that looks like blocks, or maybe a sand mold to help make a sandcastle. And a bucket. Fun. Oh, goat, stop eating your sandcastle. That can't taste good. Would you eat a sandcastle? Me neither. But can we count the trumpet goats making all the noise? Let's count these trumpet goats. Have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not how you play the trumpet. 5. I don't think that's how you play the trumpet either. 6. You definitely don't play the trumpet like that. 6 trumpet goats. Have you noticed that there are more and more goats each time? The last ones we had, there were 4, 5, and 6 goats. How many goats do you think there will be the next time we count? Here we see a summer goat with nothing left to mow. Nothing left to mow? Where did all the grass go? Yeah, I think that goat ate it. Look at its big tummy. It's all full of grass. But can we count the winter goats huddled in the snow? Ooh, brr, looks chilly. Some of them are wearing scarves and hats. So remember we had 4, 5, and 6 the last times we counted. How many winter goats do you think there will be? Probably 7. Yeah, that's what I think too. I think we should check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You were right. And this 7th goat is about to be hit by that snowball. The snowball is going whoosh. Sorry about that, goat. Here we see a fireman goat climbing through the smoke. Looks smoky. Where do you think all that smoke is coming from? Yeah, it's coming from the candles on that birthday cake. I think those goats are having a party. I see party hats through the smoke. But can we count the rescued goats trying not to choke? Smoke is making them cough. So the last time we had 7 goats. How many goats do you think there will be this time? How many rescued party goats? 8. That's what I think too. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's upside down. 5, 6, 7, 8. Last one gets to eat all the birthday cake. Yum. Here we see a soccer goat roaring at the ref. But can we count the cheering goats who must be going deaf? Yay! They're cheering so loudly that they can't even hear each other. Can you try cheering like a goat? I think it would sound something like this. Yay! Yay! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I kind of thought there'd be 9. Do you see another one? There it is. It's upside down. I can just see one leg and an arm. 9. 9 cheering goats. Yay! Here we see the story goats and all their shining eyes. These goats are listening to a story, just like you are right now. Now, can you count their pricked up ears? You can. I thought you could. Let's see how many goats there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goats, but we're counting their ears. So if there are 5 goats and they each have 2 ears, how many ears do you think they have? 10 ears. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You were right. It's 10 ears. Whew. It's a lot of counting. I'm not surprised. Great counting goats, friends. Yay! Oh no, don't eat the Storytime book, goat. We want to read it again sometime. That's the end of our book. Let's go do another song about silly animals.
Wow, that was so much fun counting goats with you. I think I'd like to count another animal. What animal would you like to count this time? Yeah? Those are such super ideas. I was thinking I would like to count something green. Can you think of any green animals we could count? Turtles, sure. Crocodiles, those are green. What about something green and jumpy? Yeah? Rabbits. Those are jumpy, but they're not usually green. How about something that goes ribbit, ribbit? A frog. Yeah, let's count frogs. For this song, we're going to start with 5 speckled frogs, and they are going to sit on a speckled log. And one by one, they're going to jump into a pool. So we're going to start with 5, go 4, 3, 2, 1, 0 speckled frogs on that speckled log. Okay, let's sing together. 5 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are 4 speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 4 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are just 3 speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 3. 3 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are just 2 speckled frogs. Glub, glub. 2 little speckled frogs sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. One jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there is just 1 speckled frog. Glub, glub. 1 little speckled frog sat on a speckled log, eating some most delicious bugs. Yum, yum. It jumped into the pool where it was nice and cool. Now there are no speckled frogs. Glub, glub. Thanks for singing with me, friends. I had so much fun with our silly animal story time. I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.